Okay, so ang next topic naman natin is about so for this video we have index law of exponent. Okay? So ito yung mga index law natin. So we have x raised to 1 is equal to x. Kaya lahat na naka-raised to 1 din na natin sinusulat yung exponent na yan. Any number raised to 0 is equal to 1. So 7 raised to 0 is 1. So any number raised to negative 1 is mare-reciprocal lang siya. Kaya magiging 1 over the number. So, 4 raised to negative 1 is 1/4. So, ibinaba lang natin, no? So, next, x raised to m plus x raised to n. X raised to m, x raised to n. So, pwede nating pag-addin lang yun. Kung same yung base natin, pwede nating pag-addin yung exponent. Let's say, x squared, x cubed, pwede maging x raised to the 5th. Pinag-add lang natin. Okay? So, paano naman pagkaganito? X raised to m over x raised to n. So, x raised to m minus n. So, pagba-minus naman natin. Hindi natin pagdi-divide ng exponent. X raised to the 6. Yan, x raised to the 6 over x over 2. X raised to 2. So, pagma-minus lang natin, kaya naging x raised to 4. Pinag-minus natin yung exponent. So, kapag ka naman ganito, x raised to m, quantity raised to n, pag-multiply naman natin yung mga exponent. Let's say x squared quantity cube. So 2 times 3, 6, kaya x raised to 6. So ito naman, xy raised to n is equal to x raised to n, y raised to n. So ito is distributive property. So kapag may magkaiba tayong variable, xy cube, naging x cube, y cube. So same naman din siya kahit naka-fraction yung ating mga variables natin, no? So, yung ating base. So, x over y raised to n is equal to x raised to n over y raised to n. So, x cube over y cube. And then next naman, any number raised to the negative n is equal to 1 over the number raised to the power. So, similar siya dun sa pangatlong rule, kaya lang, ito kasi any number na, no, yung exponent niya. So, x raised to the negative 6 is equal to 1 over x raised to the 6. And then, kapag ka-fractional yung ating exponent, x raised to m over n, pwede natin siyang i-rewrite into a radical na yung denominator magiging power ng index natin. So, kaya x raised to m over n, naging nth root of x raised to m. Or pwede rin naman nasa labas, no, the nth root of x quantity raised to m. Halimbawa, x raised to 2/3, naging cube root of x squared. Or pwede natin siya isulat na cube root of x quantity squared. So, same lang yon. So, try natin itong i-convert from radical form to exponential. So, since ito ay naka-radical, so gagawin natin x raised to 5 over, so denominator yung power ng power na to, no? Power ng ating radical, ng ating radicand. So, x raised to 5 over 6. So, ito naman, pwede natin to gawing 3 raised to 1/2 times 3 raised to 2/3. Okay? So, since same yung base niyan, pwede natin gawing, ano bang, pag-multiply natin to, or yung ito, LCM, this common denominator, 2 tsaka 3, 6. We have 6 divided by 2, 3. 6 divided by 3, 2. Tapos may times 2 pa tayo doon. Kaya 4. So, final answer is 3 plus 2 times 2 is 7 over 6. Yan. So, ito naman, naka-fractional exponent, gagawin nating radical. So, magiging the fourth root of c raised to 9. Since masyadong malaki, pwede nating gawin tong fourth root ng c raised to 8 times c raised to 1. So, since may dalawang 4 sa 8, pwede nating ilabas yung c raised to the 8. So, i-divide lang natin siya pag inilabas. So, 8 divided by 4, so 2 yun. C squared, fourth root ng c. So, bakit may c? Kasi natira to, inilabas natin to. So next, so ito naman is the cube root of 15 squared. Or pwede natin gawin na cube root ng 225. Ini-square lang natin yung 15. So next, so simplification of second order radicals. So radicand is a whole number. So paano natin yan isi-simplify? So kung meron kang factor nito na perfect yung root, pwede nating ilabas. So alam mo, 5. Then we have ang factors ng 12 ay 4 times 3. At yung 4, perfect square yan, pwede nating ilabas. So 5 times 2, square root of 3, which is 10 square root of 3. So ito din, no? So si 125, ang factors niya na may perfect root ay 25 times 5 over 5. And we have 25, pwede natin ilabas, 5 square root of 5. Yan ang mangyayari, over 5. Cancel to, square root of 5 na lang yung sagot. Next, simplification of second order radicals, no? Or radicand is a fraction. So, paano gagawin natin dyan? Ira-rationalize lang natin. At paano nga ba mag-rationalize? Karaniwan, i-multiply lang natin dun sa denominator. Fraction, gagawa tayo ng fraction na denominator. No, bakit pareho? Para square root of 3 over square root of 3, 1 pa din yan. So, nag-multiply lang tayo sa 1. Wala tayong binago dun sa equation or dun sa term. So, square root of 2 times square root of 3, square root of 6. Square root of 3 times square root of 3, 3. So, ito na yung final answer natin. So, same with this one. So, diretso na. Yung multiply natin ay 3x cubed. So, square root of 3x cubed. So, dito magkakaroon tayo ng square root ng 2 times 3, 6, b d to the 4th d cubed x cubed over 3x cubed. Kaya lang, kung mapapansin natin, si b squared, perfect square, si d cubed, meron siyang d squared plus tsaka d, meron siyang 2 dito, kaya niyang ilabas. Kasi 3 siya, so may dalawa tayong pwedeng ilabas. As well as x cubed, pwede nating ilabas yung 2. So si b squared, dalawa yung 2 dyan. At b to the 4th, dalawa yung 2. Si d cubed, yan ay d squared times d raised to 1. So, pwede natin ilabas tong d squared, d na lang siya. Similar sa kay x cubed, may ilalabas tayong x. So, 6. So, since inilabas natin lahat yung b, wala na yon, may natira tayong d tsaka x over 3x cubed. And then, pwede pa natin yung isimplify dahil pwede nating tanggalin to, yung isang x na to. So, ang final niyan, dito ko lang isulat na maliit, b squared d squared na 6dx over 3x squared na lang. So, ito yung final answer. So, radicand is an algebraic expression. So, ganun din, no? So, ito x squared. So, since may dalawang x dyan, at perfect square tong x squared, so, pwede natin ilabas yun, no? So, sagot dyan, x na lang. Square root ng x squared is x. Then, square root ng y. So, dito naman, 2a times sa 12. So, unti-unti na nga natin. Papakita ulit sa inyo. 4 times 3. So, perfect square to. Si a to the 6. O, a squared, or pwede siyang a to the 6 diretso. Times b to the 4 times b. Yan. Yung factors yan. Para maging b to the 5th. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng 2a times ito. Square root ng 4 is 2. Square root ng a to the 6 is a cubed. Square root ng b to the 4th is b squared. And then, ano na lang yung natira? Yung natira tayong 3 tsaka b. Okay? And then, etong natitira na to, etong sagot na to, edi expand na lang natin, no? 2a times 2a cubed b to b squared. We have 4a to the 4th b squared times the square root of 3b. So, yan na yung final answer natin. So, paano naman kapag ka third order radical? So, cube root naman yung hanap natin or perfect cube. So, si 54, anong factors niya na may perfect cube? So, si 27 times 2, no? So, perfect cube si 27. At ang cube root ng 27 is 3. And then, cube root of 2. So, that's the final answer. So, ito naman, si 64. Si 64 mismo ay perfect cube siya. And then, since pagka ganito, ang ginagawa ko na lang, pinagma-minus ko na lang to. Itong exponent na to, tsaka itong exponent na to. Para alam ko yung matitira. So, si 64, sa mga coefficient, kinukuha ko yung cube root nila. 64, ang cube root ni 64 is 4. So, si x to the 5th, so, gagawin ko, ma-minus ko na lang doon sa radical. So, since isang beses ko lang mamaminus yun, halimbawa, si x to the 5th, kung si x to the 5th minus 3, may matitira akong x squared. So, ibig sabihin, meron kayong x cubed tsaka x squared. Okay? So, isang beses ko lang siya na minus. Pero kung halimbawa, meron akong x raised to 7. So, ilang beses ko mamaminus yung 3. So, isang beses. So, meron pa akong x raised to 4. Makapag-minus pa ulit ako ng 3 hanggang sa hindi na ako makapag-minus ng 3. Okay? Ibig sabihin, dalawang beses ko mamaminus siya, kaya x squared yung matitira. Ilalabas ko. So, since dito, isang beses ko lang mamaminus yung 3, x lang yon. And then, dito sa y to the 4th, isang beses ko lang din siya mamaminus. Then, cube root ng, so, x to the 5th minus 3, x squared, x to the 4, y to the 4th minus 3, y. So, yan yung ating final answer. So, next naman is addition and subtraction ng radical. So, paano mag-add and subtract ng radical? Make sure lang na same yung nasa loob. So, sila lang yung pwede natin pag-addin. At ang pag-addin lang natin is yung mga coefficient. So, halimbawa to, 2 square root of 3 tsaka 3 square root of 3. So, meron tong 1 dito sa unahan. So, di magkakaroon tayo dyan ng 3 square root of 3. And then, since walang kapartner to, plus 2 square root of 5 na lang. No? Since hindi sila pareho ng nasa loob. So, halimbawa, ito naman. So, kung pwede muna nating i-factor to or i-simplify muna natin. So, 3, ito, ano bang perfect square meron na factor ang 50? 25 tsaka 2. Minus 2, anong perfect square meron ng 8? 4 times 2. Minus 5, ito naman, ang 32 ay 16 times 2. Pag nilabas natin to, yung 25 times 5 yan, square root of 2, minus 2, square root of 2, square root of 2, minus 5 times 4, square root of 2. So, ayusin natin, magiging 15 square root of 2, minus 4 square root of 2, minus 20 square root of 2. Since pare-pareho na sila ng square root of 2, pwede na nating i-add or subtract ito mga ito, ano? So, 15 square root of 2 minus 4 square root of 2 minus 20 square root of 2. Ang sagot natin is negative 9 square root of 2. Okay, next. Paano naman mag-multiply ng radical? So, i-multiply lang natin yung nasa loob. Make sure lang na pareho sila ng power, no, nung radical natin. So, we have square root of 3 times 5 is equal to square root of 15. Ganun lang kasimple. So, paano naman to? So, 2, 8 to the 5th, b cubed. Pero since matataas yung exponent nito, pwede nating extract yon, no? So, 8 to the a squared b times 2ab. Yan. So, yan yung simplification yan. Huwag nyo kakalimutan mag-simplify. So, paano naman kapag magkaiba yung radicals natin, no? Multiplication of radicals. So, different yung index natin. So, different index. So, paano gagawin natin dyan? So, gawin muna nating exponential. So, 2ab raised to 1/3 times 2ab. So, same naman yung radicals ito, no? Radical. So, 1/5. So, next, ang gagawin natin dyan, so 2ab So, LCM. So, 3 tsaka 5, common yan is 15. So, 15 divided by 3, 5. 15 divided by 5 is 3. So, magkakaroon tayo dito ng 2AB 8/15. Okay? So, or the 15th root of 2AB raised to 8. Okay? So, yan lang yon. So, similar dito, ganun din ang gawin natin. No? 5 raised to 1/4 times 4 raised to 1/3. So, ang common sa kanila, so, ito, since magkaiba sila ng roots, ay, sorry, ng base, so, magiging 5. So, common dito is 12. So, 12. So, hindi natin siya pwedeng pagsamahin muna. So, 12 divided by 4, 3. 12 divided by 3, 4. Yan. So, ito pwede na natin pagsamahin. So, the 12th root of 5 cube times 4 to the 4th. So, since pareho naman silang number lang, no, coefficient, so pwede natin tong expand to, no? Yung 5 cube times 4 to the 4th. So, the 12th root of 32,000. So, yan yung sagot dun sa loob ng radicals natin. 5 cube times 4 to the 4th. 32,000. Okay. So, next naman, exponential to logarithmic form. So, if b raised to x is equal to y, then x is equal to log b y. Okay? So, we have the base, we have the exponent, and then yung answer. So, pinagtulad ko yung mga kulay ng base para alam nyo lang kung saan siya ilalagay. So, yung exponent dito, magiging sagot dito. Yung base dito, base ng log. Okay? And then yung answer dito, kasama siya ni log. So, katulad nito, 4 cube is equal to 64. So, pag ginawa natin siyang logarithmic form, log, yung base natin dito is 4. And then, yung exponent natin is 3. And then, yung answer natin is ito. So, kaya naging log. At 3 is equal to log 64 base 4, no? Okay, next. So, 6x is 6 raised to x equal to 53. So, kaya nagkaroon tayo ng x is equal to log 53 base 6, no? Next, x raised to 5 is equal to 73. So, yung 5 yung exponent, naging answer siya ng sa logarithmic form. Kaya 5 is equal to log 73 base x. So, we have naman na 98 is equal to 7 raised to y. So, pwedeng maging log 98 base 7 is equal to y. And then lastly, 37 is equal to y raised to 5. So, log 37 base y is equal to 5. And then, meron tayong mga law of logarithm, no? So, kapag ka-additional, alam ba, log a, so make sure na same base, log a plus log b is equal to log a times b. Now, for the example, log 5 base 10 plus log 4 base 10 is equal to log 4 times 5 base 10. And in which yung 4 times 5 naging 20, kaya log 20 base 10. Kapag ka naman minus, so meron tayong log A minus log B is equal to log A over B. So log 12 base E minus log 2 base E is equal to log 12 over 2 base E. So kaya naging 12 over 2 is equal to 6 log E base 6. So ito naman is kapag ka yung ating dito, yung sa kasama ni log ay may exponent. Log A raised to n. So, ang gagawa natin, ibababa lang natin yung n dun sa unahan ng log. Kaya n log A. So, halimbawa to, log 5 cube base 3, ay base 10. So, naging 3 log by base 10. No? Ibinaba lang natin yung 3. So, at ang log 1 is equal to 0. And kapag ka naman log m base m, so equal lang siya sa 1. Halimbawa, log E base E equals lang siya sa 1. Okay, so try natin to. So, log 6 base 10 plus log 3 base 10. So, anong gagawin? So, bakit naging log 18? So, kasi log. So, ito ay log 6 times 3 base 10. So, kaya naging log 18. Okay? So, next, log x plus log y, edi log xy. Pinag-multiply lang natin. So, log 4x plus log x, so pag multiply lang ulit natin, log 4x squared. So, ito naman minus log x minus log y, edi log x over y. So, paano naman to? 3 log times 5 base 10. So, gagawin natin log, pwedeng pabaligtad, no? Itataas naman natin yung exponent. So, log 5 cube base 10 or yung 5 cube ginawa natin 125. Pagka naman 2 log x, di naging log x squared. Paano naman to? Log 4x quantity squared. So, binaba naman natin yung exponent. 2 log 4x. Same yan kahit ln, no? 5 ln of ln raised to 4x. So, pwede ibinaba natin yung 4 dun sa x. So, naging 5 times 4 is 20 ln of x, or pwedeng itasama natin yung 5 kaya naging ln of x raised to 20. Lastly, 3 log x minus log x squared. So, pwedeng maging log x. So, paano naging log x? So, ito naging log x cube minus log x squared. So, since minus to, naging log x cube minus x squared. And since x cube over x squared, so x na lang yan. Okay? So, that's the law of logarithm. So, next naman is roots of a quadratic equation. So, finding the square root. So, paano natin mahanap yung square roots nito? Okay, so ito incomplete quadratic equation. Pag sinabi natin incomplete, nawawala yung missing, yung gitnang term. So, paano gagawin natin dyan? E di, itatranspose lang natin. 4x squared is equal to negative 100. Di-divide natin yan sa 4. We have x squared is equal to negative 25. So, and then square root lang natin yan. So, ang square root ng negative 25, since quadratic to, dalawang roots, isang gawin natin plus or minus square root of negative 25. Pero since ang negative 25, may factor yan na negative 1. So, negative 1 times 25. So, pwede natin extract yung 25. X is equal to plus or minus 5 times square root of negative 1. Since square root of negative 1 is equal sa imaginary number natin, kaya ang final answer natin dito, x is equal to plus or minus 5i. Okay? So, that's our final answer. So, ito naman, completing the square. Pag sinabi natin completing the square, paano gagawin? So, itatranspose natin yung last term. So, magiging negative 2. Positive 2 pala yun sa kabilang side. And then, ang next natin dyan, magdadagdag tayo ng term in both side na ang term na yun is ang criteria, square the half of the second term. Ibig sabihin, kukunin natin yung kalahati nitong coefficient ng second term, tapos i-square natin. Okay? X squared plus 6x. Ano ba ang kalahati ng 6? 3. And then, anong square nun? 9. So, kung nagdagdag tayo ng 9 dito sa isang side, dapat magdadagdag din tayo ng 9 sa isang side para balance. So, etong side na to, perfect square na to, no? Kunin natin ang factors nito. Since perfect square trinomial to, square root ng first term, copy the sign, square root ng second term. Last term pala. So, ito naman, magiging 11. And then, kunin natin yung square root ng both sides. So, we have x plus 3 to, and then we have plus or minus square root ng 11. Tapos, itatranspose na lang natin to. So, magiging x is equal to negative 3 plus or minus square root of 11. So, ganun lang ang completing the square. So, next naman. So, ganun ulit, no? X squared plus or minus 2x, transpose natin, positive 8. Then, square the half of the second term. Anong kalahati ng 2? 1. Anong square ng 1? 1. So, kung nag-add tayo ng plus 1 dito, mag-add din tayo ng plus 1 dito. And then, kunin natin ang square root nito, factors nito, x plus 1, quantity square. So, ito naman is 9. Tapos kunin natin ang square root ng both side. We have x plus 1 tsaka plus or minus 3. Then itatranspose na lang natin to. X is equal to negative 1 plus or minus 3. So dalawa ang magiging sagot natin dyan. No? Yung x sub 1 natin is negative 1 plus 3, 2. Ang sagot, negative 1 minus 3, negative 4. So ito yung mga answers natin. Sorry. Factoring pala to, no? So, ito yung sagutan siya kapag completing the square. Nakalimutan ko, factoring nga pala to. So, kung ifa-factor natin to, anong factor nito? So, let's say, tingnan natin. Ang x squared ay x times x. Tapos, ito ay negative. So, may isang plus, may isang minus. Let's say, 4 tsaka 2. So, check natin muna kung tama yung factor nito. X squared, 4x, negative 2x minus 8 times minus 8. So, ibig sabihin x squared plus 2x minus 8. So, tama naman yung factoring natin, no? So, pero hindi pa to yung final answer. So, factoring to, so gagawin natin, x plus 4 is equal to 0. Equate natin yung parehong factor sa 0. And then, ang gagawin lang natin dyan, itatranspose lang natin yung isang term. So, x is equal to, so i-transpose natin yung positive 4, magiging negative 4. Ito naman, i-transpose natin yung negative 2 magiging positive 2. Which is ito din yung sagot sa kanina. So next is quadratic formula. So x equal to negative b plus or minus b squared. Square root ng b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So paano gagawin natin dyan? Ito yung mga coefficient lang na kailangan natin. Including the sign. So this is a, this is b, this is c. So x is equal to, so negative b. So negative 4 plus or minus negative 4 squared minus 4. Ang a natin ay 5. Ang c natin is negative 2. And then we have 2 times 5. Okay? So, tingnan natin kung masisimplify natin. Napalaki sulat ko. Ulitin ko lang. So, again, this is a, b, c. Susulat ko nga. Negative 4 plus or minus negative 4 squared minus 4 times 5 times negative 2 over 2 times 5. So we have 4. Susolve ko na. So negative 4 is 4 plus or minus the square root ng 16 plus 8 times 5, 40. 40 over 10. So we have 4 plus or minus square root of 56 over 10. Yan. So ito may factor pa to. Yung 56 ay 14. 4 times 14 over 2 over 10. So magiging, pwede natin ilabas yung 4 plus or minus 2 square root of 14 over 10. So magiging so pwede to maging, so mapagpa-factor out tayo doon ng 2, no? 2 times 2 plus or minus 1 square root of 14 over, pinafactor ko to, 2 times 5 para maging 10. So cancel to, cancel to. So ang final answer natin is 2 plus or minus square root of 14 over 5. So dalawa ang sagot niya, no? Isang 2 plus square root of 14 over 5 tsaka isang 2 minus square root of 14 over 5. So next, complex numbers. So pag sinabi natin complex number, so meron tayo sa real tsaka meron tayong mayroong kasama imaginary, no? So paano i-add natin diyan? So add lang natin daw yung real plus add lang natin yung coefficient ng mga imaginary. Okay? So dito magkakaroon tayo ng 2 plus 3 plus, so 7 minus 4. So, kasi positive 7 times negative 4 yun. Times I. So, edi magkakaroon tayo dito ng 5 plus 3i. So, yan na yung final answer natin. So, kapag ka naman subtraction, so pag susubtrahin daw natin yung real, plus subtraction naman ng imaginary. Okay, so 9 minus 4 plus 5 minus 7i. So, we have 5 minus 2i. Ganun lang kasimple. So, kapag ka naman multiplication, so ito ay full method lang, no? So, pero may mga simplification tayo mangyayari. So, sa full method, first term, so we have 15. 3 times 5, 15. And then, outer, hindi natin unahin, plus 18i. Inner naman, we have 10i. And then, last term, plus 12i squared. Okay? So, ito, 15 plus 28i plus 12i squared. Since I squared, ang I natin, pag binalikan natin, I is equal to square root of negative 1. So, paano mangyayari dito? So, 15 plus 28i plus 12 times square root of negative 1 quantity squared. So, maka-cancel yung square root. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 15 plus 28i plus 12 times negative 1 na lang. Since negative yon, edi magiging 15 plus 28i minus 12. Since 15 minus 12, pwede natin pagsamahin yan, magkakaroon ngayon tayo ng 3 plus 28i, no? So, isi-simplify natin. Okay. So, ito na yung ating final answer. So, next naman, kapag ka division, so, paano gagawin natin dito? Imo-multiply lang natin sa conjugate. Pag sinabi natin conjugate, same yung denominator, different lang yung sign. So, i-multiply lang natin to sa conjugate niya na 4 plus 5i over 4 plus 5i. And then, yung taas niyan, edi magpo-full method tayo. So, we have, tingnan nga natin, we have 4 times 3, 12. Or pwedeng gusto nyo, distributive. So, 3 times 4, 12. 3 times 5, 15. 2 times 4, 8i. 2 times 2i times 5i is 10i squared. And over, ito, sum and difference of two terms. So, 16 minus 25i squared. Since may squared tayo, sisimplify syempre natin yan, no? So, ito is magiging 12 plus 23i plus 10 square root of negative 1 squared. So, ganun din sa baba. 16 minus 25 square root of negative 1 squared. Okay? So, wala na pala akong magpapagsulatan. Stop ko muna saglit. Magdadagdag lang ako ng sulatan. Share. Okay, so i-continue natin to. So, i-rewrite ko lang. So, meron tayo diyang, ano yun? 12 plus 23i plus 10 square root of i. Negative 1 na pala to. Negative 1 squared over 16 minus 25 square root of i. 1 pala. Negative 1 quantity squared. So, magkakaroon dito tayo ng 12 plus 23i minus 10 over 16 plus 25. So, final answer natin dyan is meron tayong 12 minus 10, 2 plus 23i over 16 plus 25 is 41. So, ito na yung final answer natin. Okay, next. So, simplifying complex number. So, paano gagawin natin dyan? So, kailangan sa ulo lang natin tong apat na to, no? Kapag sabihin natin, ang gagawin kasi natin dyan, halimbawa, I raised to 12. So, siya ba, ang choices dyan, siya ba ay I, negative 1, negative I, or 1? So, yan yung mga possible answer dyan. Pag ginawa niyo sa calcu, hindi na kaya ng calcu yan, no? Or matatagal lang kayo. So, ano ang gagawin natin dyan? So, yung exponent, i-divide lang natin by 4. Kung ano yung maging remainder, titingnan lang natin dito. Halimbawa, pagka, ito 4 or 0 to, no? So, 12 divided by 4. So, at sagot dyan, 3, remainder 0. So, wala tayong remainder, ibig sabihin dito siya sa 4. Kapag walang remainder sa 4 siya, so, ang sagot dito is 1. So, next, 138 divided by 4. So, sagot dyan, 34, remainder ha, hindi decimal. So, ano ba ang 34 times 4? So, 34 times 4. 16, 136. So, ibig sabihin, 136 lang, meron pa tayong plus 2. Or, in this case, remainder 2. So, since 2 to, dito tayo. So, ang sagot dito is negative 1. So, ito naman, 227 divided by 4. So, ang sagot dyan is, ilan ba to? 56, remainder 3. So, 3 ang remainder. So, dito naman siya papasok. Sagot dito is negative I. And lastly, 101 divided by 4. So, ang sagot dyan is 25, remainder 1. Dito naman siya, ang sagot I is positive I. So, ganun lang, no? Kailangan lang nating sauluhin. So, last topic for this video is the polynomial function. So, determine the equation of the given graph. So, paano natin, alam mo, binigyan kayo ng graph, hanapin yung equation yan. Paano natin mahanap yung mga, yung equation nitong graph na to? So, una, kailangan alam natin tong mga function, graph ng function. So, kapag ka linear, straight line lang siya. Kapag ka quadratic, so not necessarily nasa origin lagi ha. Pagka quadratic, pa letter U siya or pa ganito. Okay? Kapag ka naman cubic, ibig sabihin raised to 3 na siya, pa S naman siya. Pwedeng pa ganyan or yung pabaligtad na S. Okay? Not necessarily nasa origin lagi. Okay? So, and then, kukunin natin yung roots. No? Ang roots, ibig sabihin, lahat ng tinamaan sa X muna. No? X lang. Ito kasi may tumama dito sa Y, pero hindi natin siya gagamitin. Lahat lang ng nag-intersect sa ating x-axis. Yun yung mga roots na kailangan natin. So, halimbawa, ano ba yung mga roots dito? So, meron tayong x is equal to, so ito ay negative 1. So, dito, ang roots nito ay x is equal to positive 1, tsaka meron tayong roots na positive 2. Okay. So, yan yung mga roots natin. So, kung titingnan natin doon sa sunod na slide, ito yung mga roots niya. So, meron tayong negative 1, 1, tsaka 2. And then next, ang kailangan natin, i-identify kung itong roots na mga to ay galing ba siyang linear, quadratic, o cubic. So, paano? So, halimbawa, itong roots na to. So, ano yung shape ng linya doon? So, pa-S. Ibig sabihin, ito ay cubic raised to 3. So, ito naman, again, sa x-axis lang tayo. Pa-letter U to, no? Ibig sabihin, ito ay quadratic. And then, ito naman, straight line lang to, linear. So, bakit natin kailangan ma-identify yan? So, para dito, yung factors niyan, ililipat natin, no? Inilipat lang. So, itong x equal to negative 1, naging x plus 1. So, yung x plus, so, yan yun. So, and then, magkaroon din tayo ng x minus 1 tsaka x minus 2. And then, magpo-form tayo ng partial equation. So, lalagyan natin f of x equal to a. So, kasi meron tayong coefficient na hindi pa natin nalalaman. Maglagay tayo ng a. So, since etong factor na to ay cubic, ito ay quadratic, at ito ay linear, lalagyan natin siya ng pagka-cubic raised to 3, kapag quadratic raised to 2, at kapag linear raised to 1. So, hindi ko na isinulat. And then, next natin dyan, hahanapin natin yung, tingnan natin, y-intercept naman. So, saan tumama tong equation na to? Sa y-axis. So, dito sa 2. So, pag sinabi nating y-intercept, ang coordinates niyan ay 0, 2. Okay? 0, 2. So, y-intercept is at 2. Or yung kanyang coordinates ay 0, 2. 0, 2. So, ipa-plug in natin siya sa equation na to. If x, so f of x, so lahat ng x ay magiging 0 kasi nga ang y-intercept is 2 or ang coordinates niya ay 0, 2. So, papalitan natin lahat. Yung a ay hahanapin natin. Since f of x, y is equal to f of x, kaya itong f of 0 is 2. Okay? 2. And then, lahat ng x dito, pinalitan natin ng 0 kasi nga, dito sa ating coordinates na to, 0 yung mga x at yung y natin is 2. So, may matitira lang tayong isang variable dito na a. And solving for that, no, a is equal to negative 1. So, ipa-plug in lang natin doon sa equation na yan. So, negative na lang nilagay ko, no? So, dito sa equation na to, papalit lang natin yung value ng a na nakuha natin. So, ganun lang siya kasimple. So, next naman, halimbawa to, determine the equation of the given graph. So, meron ulit tayong mga dito, roots. So, meron tayong negative 1, x equal to negative 1. Tapos, meron tayo dito, x is equal to 2, tsaka x is equal to 4. So, pag tinignan natin, ito ay pa-letter U, ito ay quadratic. Ito naman, pa-S to, so, ito ay cubic. And ito naman, tuwid to halos, kahit dito siya galing, pag tinignan nyo, paano siya nag-intersect, linear yan. Okay? So, ganun lang ang titingnan nyo mula doon. Yan, tuwid. Ito, y-intercept yan. Ang y-intercept natin is 0, 4. No? 0, 4 yung coordinates or negative 4 pala. 0, negative 4. Okay? So, ayan, may answer na, no? So, ganun ulit. Ito yung mga roots. Pinuha lang natin yung factor niya. So, x equal to, ito ay magiging x plus 1 na to. Yan, kaya to. So, again, ito ay quadratic, cubic, tsaka linear. So, kaya naging ganyan, no? And then, ipa-plug in lang natin yung y-intercept natin. So, kaya naging negative 4 is equal to lahat ng x ay papalitan natin ng 0. Then, so solve lang natin yung equation para makuha yung a. A is equal to negative 1/8. Kaya dito, pag pinlog in natin, pinalitan natin yung a dun sa kanina equation, dito sa equation na to, yan, palitan natin itong a. So, ito na po yung ating final answer. Yan. So, that's all. Sa next video naman is mga dito, word problem.